All day long in Pittsburgh, the mourning continued outside the synagogue. Quiet, respectful, sorrowful visits, leaving behind fresh flowers and anguish. And as the day grew, so too the number of those turning out, still trying to understand any of it. And on this day, tucked in among the Stars of David and the flowers, a message for the president, soon to be visiting this place, echoing the words from some of those who came today to grieve.
He doesn't think he is the person responsible for all of the hate in the world right now, but I think he has a big part of it.
You link the rhetoric with the rise in intolerance?
Absolutely.
Trump's divisive language led many in Pittsburgh, including the city's mayor, to urge Trump to stay home.
And at this point in time,
but even in Pittsburgh, Trump's supporters were having none of it.
I heard today that he shouldn't be coming here. Well, if he didn't come here, they'd say the man is an anti-Semite. He doesn't have any compassion. So the man can't win no matter what he does.
It was into all of that that Trump's motorcade pulled up this afternoon, with the president underlining he was here to pay his respects. He, Melania Trump, and others went briefly inside the building, though not into the room where the attack happened. That's still a crime scene. Shortly after, they spent some time out on the sidewalk, considering that ad hoc memorial and the 11 people killed on Saturday. Later, they visited a nearby hospital to meet with survivors. Throughout the visit, demonstrators a block away could be heard chanting, "Words have meaning." All of it leaving some in this neighborhood frustrated that somehow everyone's missed the point.
We're looking to these figures at the national level to tell us how to feel and what to do, whereas we need to be looking to one another.
And Paul joins us now from outside the Tree of Life synagogue. And Paul, let's talk about the potential impact of this violence and the national debate that's going on, the impact it may have on the midterms a week away.
Yeah, look, I mean, this event has really put the spotlight on the language of Donald Trump and the potential effect it can have. Certainly, the people of Pittsburgh have shown their serious distaste for that, but this is also being watched very carefully across the country, and the degree to which midterm elections are a referendum on the president, this can't help. That said, Donald Trump now embarks on a string of rallies in the lead up to the midterm elections. It'll be worth watching them, not least simply to see the kind of language he now chooses to use to energize his supporters. We'll see.
Paul Hunter in Pittsburgh again tonight. And as the city grieves, the first victims of Saturday's shooting were laid to rest today. There were long lines and synagogues overflowed with mourners looking to say goodbye to 4 victims. Dr. Jerry Rabinowitz, the 66-year-old, was remembered as a hero who rushed to help the injured. He had an infectious laugh and a signature bow tie, and to his patients, he was more than just a doctor.
There are just not enough words. We treasured that doctor. We bragged about being his patients.
Daniel Stein, the 71-year-old, a well-known volunteer in the community, who was most proud of his new role as a grandfather. Cecil and David Rosenthal. The brothers were familiar faces of the Tree of Life, always greeting congregants with a smile.
And he was always there greeting you when you walked in the door. And his brother was always there too.
They had the same spirit. They looked out for each other. They were each other's best friend.
They were buried side by side the same way they spent much of their life. Among the hundreds who paid their respects, several Pittsburgh Steelers. At tonight's Pittsburgh Penguins game, another show of support, the home team welcoming the city's police chief and 2 officers who were wounded in Saturday's attack.
Thank you, gentlemen.
The players wore stronger than hate patches on their jerseys. Those jerseys will be signed and auctioned off, with the proceeds going to the Jewish Federation of Greater Pittsburgh and a fund for the wounded officers.